If you're suffering with heel pain, or maybe you've been diagnosed with plantar fasciitis, this video is for you. I'm going to go through my 7 tips. But first of all, what is plantar fasciitis? Now, this is something that plantar fascia is like a web-like ligament that connects your heel to the front of your foot, and it acts like a shock absorber when you're walking, and it also supports the arch of your foot and helps you actually in your walking motion. Now, we know that the fascia of our body is one big sheet, and here's what's important with plantar fasciitis, which you don't always hear about, because that fascia is one big sheet, is that you could have an issue elsewhere in your body, for instance, shoulder or neck issues, which can manifest in that plantar fasciitis. Now, what's most common is that if you have chronic low back issues, and you may not even know this, maybe you are sedentary, you're sitting a lot during the day, that can actually help to manifest that plantar fasciitis, causing that pulling sensation and that inflammation at the bottom of the foot. And you may experience that symptom the first few steps out of bed in the morning that are super painful, related to that plantar fasciitis. The good news is I have 7 fantastic tips for plantar fasciitis that are all natural. Okay, tip number 1 is you want to do some specific stretching. So yes, for your feet, for your calves, but for your hamstrings as well, and especially stretching that low back. So doing something like downward dog in yoga, a fantastic full body stretch, amazing for plantar fasciitis. Okay, tip number 2 is to try some barefoot shoes. Now, these are amazing, something that I've talked about in other videos. They help to conform to the proper motion and flexibility of your foot and naturally mimic being outside barefoot, at the same time protecting your feet from the elements, which is amazing. So get a good pair of barefoot shoes. Tip number 3 is to make sure that your minerals are optimized. So things like magnesium, calcium, vitamin K2, which of course is so important to help to tell the calcium where to go, because with plantar fasciitis, what can happen is that you can start to develop some heel spurs, some bone spurs, and this can be super painful as well. We need that calcium to be properly directed by that vitamin K2, which a lot of people are deficient in, so making sure that you are optimizing both of these. And your vitamin D3, of course, is important as well. So maybe you're supplementing with vitamin D3, but number 4 on my list, of course, is getting enough natural sunlight exposure, of course, to that UVB to help to make that vitamin D through your skin. Tip number 5 is to massage with specific essential oils. My favorite for breaking down adhesions is frankincense essential oil. So you can mix this in either with castor oil, which is a great combo, or into an avocado oil, even olive oil. Mix a few drops of frankincense, and this is going to be and work wonders for that plantar fasciitis at the bottom of the foot. Okay, tip number 6 is to take some natural anti-inflammatories, and I love the combination of bromelain, which of course comes from the stem, so the core part of your pineapple, MSM, glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate, and Boswellia, which is something, again, frankincense can be taken internally in combination with these other nutrients to really help to decrease that inflammatory response and really feed the joints with all of the essential nutrients that they need. And tip number 7 is turmeric and curcumin. Now, that curcumin is that active component of that turmeric, and this is something that you want to look for a high concentration of those curcuminoids. So what it should say is a 95 percentile of those curcuminoids, that active component, powerful antioxidant, but more important, that powerful anti-inflammatory effect when you've got that inflammation happening with your plantar fasciitis. Now, for a list of more natural painkillers, some of my favorites, I want you to check out my video, Top 10 Natural Painkillers That Can Help You Deal with Pain. I'll see you there.